So does anyone, okay, so a few of you are in programs with technology, so you know about STEAM, right? So who can say what STEAM is? Okay, so can someone stand up, one person stand up and say it very clearly what STEAM is? Go ahead, Margiana.
STEAM is science, technology, engineering, arts, and math.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that, Margiana. Science. Okay, so how is filmmaking part of STEAM? Arts and technology, that's one way. But any other ways?
You gotta engineer what you gotta film before you actually do it, so that's what
Engineering? Well, yeah, it's a mechanical process, for sure.
Do you feel like the lights? Or does that lower them go?
I
Yeah,
think
I know
we
you
need
can
to-
up it.
Yeah, you can adjust it.
Over there.
I just want to put it down off so we can see the screen.
I think you have to put it at like 25%. That's what
Oh, yeah, so we're gonna see the screen. Well, cool. We're gonna.
Okay, so we're gonna start a video real quick.
Hello guys, sorry for the delay. I already told you a little bit of who I am, and for those, probably I see some couple people out here that I shot the dad video. You know what I'm saying? So some of you guys look a little bit familiar, and so some of you guys know me already. Some don't know me. My name is Vado. I own a company called Vadofilms. I won multiple awards for best director, best photographer here in Omaha. I won in LA. I won in I was second runner-up in New York, and then yeah, pretty much that's it. You know, I'm a filmmaker. I'm a graphic designer, and I'm a DJ too. So, but today we're gonna talk about filmmaking. You know, and Susan was talking to you just earlier about STEM. You know what I'm saying? What does STEM stand for? What does it have to do with filmmaking? You know, before we start all that, I'll play some of my videos, some of the things that I've done for you to, at least to see, for those who don't know me, to see kind of what I do and what I do. So I'm gonna play the video right now, and then I'm gonna come back after that.
I don't know why people try to hold me back. Been there so many times, I promise I ain't going back. Back in heaven to the earth on curse, but I live my tongue. Then when I step into death and be hungry, worship it as my tongue.
Those are more awards that I won. Here on I also do like a commercial. I don't just do music videos and stuff. Do commercials, do movies.
Ready to catch these hands? Bring it on.
Y'all know how we do. So let's get it on.
It's going down. Bikini and boxing.
Potential $280,000 in revenue to your business. Train with the top recognized master artists in the industry. We will teach you how to create the most beautiful.
Those are the graphic designer that I do. You see how I make motion graphic? You know, that's actually a flyer that I turned into a motion flyer. You see, those are, and this is the academy that, those are my kids, those are the academy. So actually, this is like a filmmaking. Basically, these are the making of Vadofilm Academy. This is behind the scene, that's what we're talking about. That's what that camera is for, to capture what we're doing right
My
now.
name is Aaliyah. My name is Hassar. Come have fun with us and learn.
So that's Messiah over there, and that's Aaliyah over there. Those are my kids. Basically, so this is the academy. So what we're gonna do? So this actually a little snippet. I've done so many videos. It's crazy. I've done maybe like 2,000 of them. So this is just the thing that I picked out of the blue, just to show you guys a little bit what I do. And but other than that, do you guys? We talk about STEAM. Do you guys see anything that was related to STEAM on these videos? Anybody have? You can turn back the light on. I had to cut the thing because of the time, so I didn't show a lot more because of, I had to cut the last one because we were running out of time a little bit. So, but at the same time, do you guys see anything that had to do with STEAM? You know what I'm saying? We already have what STEAM is, you know what I'm saying? Science, technology, engineering, arts, mathematics. So when it comes to science, what does science have to do with filmmaking? Anybody knows? No?
Social science.
No, for example, science. You know, science will be, you can define science, but when they talk about STEM, we talk more about science of it could be natural science. For example, you see the flame, the girl with the flame, stuff, the making of the composite to make that flame, that chemistry, that science, that, you know what I'm saying, how to spin that, how to mix, I don't know if she used gas or she used what's the other thing that they use for those things. But basically that just to show that everything has to do with filmmaking. Science has to do with filmmaking. That's part of science, that's part of filmmaking. For me to create that piece, she had to come over there and spin that file. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to technology, for example, how do we shoot this video?
Cameras.
Yeah, to shoot the equipment, that's technology. You use a camera. For example, that particular video, I don't have that camera that I shot that video with, but you can actually shoot with any type of video. This is just a small camera. This is like a Sony camera. You know, you can shoot a video with this. You can also shoot a video. I have a bigger one. This is more professional. This was a bigger. I just want you guys, I know you guys old enough to just watch it and you guys can just hold it, feel it, you know what I'm saying, pass it around. Make sure you hold it with 2 hands so you don't drop so it doesn't drop it, okay? I just want you to get a feel. That's actually a camera. This is a lens. That's a camera, this is a lens. You know, so usually you need these 2 things to make it work. You know, that technology. You know, you need those 2 things to make it work. And then by shooting with the latest camera, this is the latest camera for videos. So that's technology. You know what I'm saying? That's the new thing, the new technology. Back then, this is newer than the other camera that I showed you guys. So, what's the other, you got a question? You forgot? Okay, cool. But I'm just telling you that how technology has to do with filmmaking. Because I have to get a new camera for it, that's new technology. You can actually shoot this with the phone. You know, nowadays with the new technology, you can shoot your film, you can shoot your video with the phone. That's technology. You know, now engineering, what's engineering? Mechanism. So what mechanism I have to do with filmmaking? Just by me combining this camera and this lens, I'm creating a mechanism. You know what I'm saying? Engineering, that's engineering. By me just untwisting this and putting this together, you see, we just create like a, that's engineering. You know what I'm saying? We're creating, and then if you film, we have to make some engineering mechanism to create this film. Anybody understand what I'm saying? If you have any question, please raise your hands and I'm gonna repeat it. And also art, science, technology, engineering, art. What is art? Art meaning that, you have a question? Yeah. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Like how you were doing that motion stuff, that's kind of like art?
Yes, pretty much. The movement that she's doing, that's art. You know what I'm saying? Dancing, that's art. Boxing, that's art. And what else? Anybody else? Anybody saw any art that was in the video? Go ahead. Yeah, that's art. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, flyers, how creative it is.
Yes.
Like everything. Like,
Anybody saw any arts in there? Anybody saw any arts?
Did anyone have any trouble seeing where the art was?
Cool. Yeah, just all of them is art. You see what I'm saying? Even me showing, even the whole thing is art. You see what I'm saying? That's art. And then the other one is mathematics. You know what I'm saying? To get to the mathematics part, so I had to make the first commercial was a 60-second commercial. So I had to make all that film in 60 seconds. So I had to decide, okay, cool. If I want to shoot this video and make it 60 seconds, how many scenes do I have to shoot? So I had to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For example, if you see that first video where the motorcycle, the spin, so those are different scenes. So I have to count. Okay, I need to use this scene first. Second scene, I need to make sure that is in between 60 seconds. So I had to really make sure that the way I cut each scene was going to fit. So that's mathematics. So you have to use your mathematics. Okay, if I have to do 60 seconds for this scene, how many? And I have maybe like 20 scenes. That means that each scene might be like what? We divide 60 by 20. That's what? 3 seconds. 3 seconds. So each scene might be like 3 seconds. You because got 20 scenes. Or you can do 3 scenes and then use 20 seconds each scene. So that gives you 60 seconds. So that's mathematics. So you gotta use mathematics. Sometimes you gotta get a pen or paper and write it down. Okay, I need to use this thing, I need to shoot this, I need to shoot that. Okay, the next thing that's actually what STEAM means. So we're using STEAM to create this film. I use STEAM to create this film that I just showed to you. I had to make sure it was long because of the time. So now that it was little, I had to make sure I cut it down to fit this time. So I had to think, I had to calculate. So that's what mathematics stand for. So and what we're gonna do today, actually, we're gonna create a film. Can you imagine you're gonna create a film? That is not exciting?
yeah.
Before back in the days, it was actually a blessing to have cameras, you know what I'm saying? Like nowadays we take this thing for granted, but before it was you had to be a very sophisticated to use to create film.
I'd like to interrupt just real quick. We have 3 new students that just joined us.
Okay.
So we all know each other, so we will make sure we know all of you too. So this young lady in the back row, can you go ahead and say your name and what school you're from, what grade you're in?
My name is Shalyn
And what school do you go to? Oh, homeschool, okay, all right. Thank you for being here.
My name is Marche. I'm in 8th grade and I'm homeschooled.
Okay, all right, thank you for being here, Marcia. And this young lady at the back row.
I'm Gracie. I'm 6th grade.
Can you say that again?
I'm Gracie in 6th grade.
Grace, you're in sixth grade, and what school do you go to? Say that again?
Dundee Elementary.
Okay, then, okay, all right, thank you for being here. Okay,
So, yeah, thank you for, you know me, I'm not really good at names, so if I forget your name, please. And earlier when you guys were giving names, I was busy over there. So if I don't remember your name, please remind me, okay? If I mess it up, you know, please remind me, you know? Right? I don't be afraid to correct me. You know, and we were talking about engineering. You know, some of the see me shy with the drone. You know what I'm saying? Whoever seen a drone, whoever know what a drone is. Everybody flown a drone before? Who flown a drone before? Oh, you good? You flown it before? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. This is a DJI drone. You know what I'm saying? Some of the scene that you see the commercial, I shot that with this. So I had to like lift it up in the air. That's engineering. I had to calculate how much turn I had to make. That's mathematics. You know, I had to create this beautiful thing. So now what we're gonna do now, we're gonna create actually we're gonna create the films. You know, and I was asking you earlier that, you know, to create a film, you need to have ideas. For me to create a commercial, I have to have ideas. I have to say, cool, I want to shoot a commercial for my film, for my business. How do I make it happen? So I have to come up with some ideas. So now we're going to create some ideas based on, usually what you create ideas to make a film based on your budget. You know, so that means, okay, cool, if I ask $100 to create this film, what can I do with $100? Or if I have $1 million to create a film, oh, how can I do with $1 million? You see the difference? So mathematics still come in play. You know, finance come in play, all that come in play. So we have to create this film. So for me to have these ideas, I have to know, okay, what's my budget? Because sometimes your ideas can be limited based on your budget. Can anybody see what I'm talking about? So you might have, I want to go to the moon, I want to do a scene, I go to the moon, but hey, I don't have no money to do that. So I got to limit myself, my ideas to what I can afford and what I can make it possible. So right now we're going to create, we're going to lift this thing up. People just have to. Oh, the screen. I thought the thing that you put it, that was. I was over there trying to like, where's do we have any oh, right here. Cool. So we're gonna create a film. So we're gonna make this thing first. Okay, cool. So we're gonna create a film right now. We're gonna create a film right now in this class. What can we do to create a film? What does it take? For me to create that film, I have to think of the ideas, right? I have to prepare for it, and then I have to shoot it, and I have to edit it. You know, usually like 3 phases when you try to create a film. Like pre-production. Okay, cool. Anybody can see that? I don't know if my handwriting is good or not, but can you guys see it?
Yeah.
So cool. So pre-production. So usually like I have to think of ideas. You know what I'm saying? I want to shoot this film. Okay, I have to think of ideas. You know, I have to find what else do I need to after ideas. Now I know what I'm trying to shoot. For example, here we're gonna do a straight example because you know we're gonna make sure we should actually shoot this and edit it. We're gonna create all this stage, so we gotta kind of like get to it a little bit quicker. So ideas. For ideas here, I was thinking of something earlier that was kind of a little bit funny, meaning that we can actually do it here. So, for example, this idea, and idea can turn into a script. You know, script is what it's like a set of ideas that you want your movie to look like, meaning that if I want, for example, I can say the student walk up in the room So I want to create a film where the student comes in, walk in here, sit down, and then when he trying to get his notebook to start class, you realize that he doesn't have any notebook in his bag, but in his book bag, he has his toys in there that he forgot at home, that he forgot to empty his bag. Now his reaction, man. Can you imagine going to school and then you're ready to take your and then you open it, you don't see nothing, just your toys in there because you didn't check your stuff. So we're gonna make it like it's a funny thing, it's like a quick thing, we're gonna make it funny, and it's gonna fit what we got in class, and then everybody's gonna start laughing. Okay, so that's the idea. So to make that happen, okay, we're gonna have a student walk in the room. That's my ideas. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a book bag. So now, for pre-production, we got the ideas, walk in the room, and then sit down, open. I put his or her, but you know, I will tell you why I put this for now. You know, book bag. Realizing there is toy instead of notebook. Okay, cool. So that's the idea. All right. So now I'm still in pre-production. So what's needed to happen here? We need to find a location, meaning that where's this movie gonna take place at? Anybody? Here? Okay, what's here? Classroom. Okay, cool. Now, this is a character, meaning that who's gonna play the student? Is it a her or he?
It depends.
Now it depends. So now I'm the one that decides because I'm the one creating my ideas. Or if you were collectively creating the ideas, we'll say, okay, cool. So let's collectively create this idea. Who do we think should it be a girl or boy that open the book bag?
Boy.
Boy?
Girl.
Okay. So let's just say boy, okay? Okay, boy. So this character, so this is the main character because this thing involve only one person, the main person. If it was another person saying that the two coming inside and then they sit down, they have a discussion that would involve like two kind of, but the boy is the main person coming in here and having this. So the order now we're gonna use the classroom is people in the classroom. Those are the participants in this movie. So you guys don't have any. You guys just there for as a fillers. Extras. You see what I'm saying? Extras. So yeah.
And Vado, there's one young lady who's been a extra in the movie, so she can tell everybody how to be the extra. Why would I feel that? Okay, so tell us about what being an extra is like.
Being an extra is pretty hard because like you have to know what to do as an extra. If you're laughing, you have to know
Go
when
ahead,
to laugh.
stand up and tell us your name and tell us what extra does. And tell us what you are extra in.
Right.
I was an extra in Fast and Furious 9, guys. Ariana. And
What movie again?
Fast and Furious 9.
Oh, Fast and Furious 9. Let's go. Here, they shot it here, or you went over there to shoot?
No, it was in Las Vegas.
Okay, nice. That's great.
Okay, so tell us about your role as an extra.
So my role as an extra, I'm just walking on the street. And yeah, me and this other girl walking on the street, and then we were in like a couple clips in that guy's name. And we would have to know like when to laugh, or like which direction to turn in if you're an extra.
Yes.
But like, how many places person you're looking to see this stop, you never know. Like, you know, here it is. And there's a lot of clicks, a lot of takes being taken.
Okay, good. Yeah, and that's what it is. You know,
Thank you.
that was great because this thing realized. So for the ideas, I need to add the whole classroom. Start laughing. Okay, cool. So that's the end of the movie. You know, the student walked up, sit down, open his book bag, realizing there's a toy instead of notebook. The whole class are laughing. That's our movie right there. So the character, we got the boys, we got the extra. So now we got a location. So as if you were not here, right, because we're gonna shoot here. If you were not here, we're planning this thing. We have to find when do we have to shoot this. So we have to find a date, time, because everybody needs to know. Okay, I need to be here at this place at this time to shoot this movie. So if I don't give the time, you'll be calling me like, by the way, we shoot the video at. Like, so if I give the time, the date, you know, you already got a location, you know, so that's what it is, the time of the day. So now, so that's the same pre-production. So pre-production, you can really go as deep as, is it gonna rain that day? Because you might want to, if you shoot a video outside, want to make sure that in your script say it was a sunny day, you don't want to make sure it doesn't rain that day. So you got to check the weather to make sure that the weather fits your movie. Very, very important. Very, very important. So, and then the other thing that we need to right here is the props. Props are very, very important for a movie. So what's the props here? Anybody can guess what the prop is? Yeah, yeah. Okay, what else? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, toy. No, not notebook. Who said notebook?
The extra.
No, no. You know why no doesn't know what extra? Who, as a prop, who can guess it?
It's not a problem because you forgot it at home.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, so.
Yes. You got it. Yes, perfect. So we got a toy, we got a book bag, right? And then what else?
His backpack.
That's the book bag, toy. Okay, cool. That's good. Now, so, but we're not gonna go too much into detail here. But the character, you see how to say, okay, how my character gonna look like?
It's gonna be a guy.
Yeah, that means what's he gonna dress like? Because I'm sure for when they ask you to be extra, they have to tell you, okay, something might be an extra dress as. This is gonna be either a student film type of classroom, or this is gonna be a night out. This is gonna be like on the park, on the beach. You know what I'm saying? You got. So it depends on what the movie is. So this one, he has to dress as a student. You have to put some student outfit on.
So something like
Yeah, so we have to put a student outfit. Okay, cool. So now, and then production actually the making of it. So now we're in pre-production right now because we're about to make this movie right now. We're about to jump in production. So now, this is just to set up the shoot. Now, to shoot this thing, what do I need? Because I'm not just gonna come over here and say, okay, cool, shoot, and then shoot my hand. What do I need to make a movie? What type of equipment do I need?
camera, lights,
Okay, camera.
I mean, a computer to edit
Lighting. One more.
Camera, lights, and.
No, this is equipment. Remember, we already got this. This is actually to make the movie. What do we need to make the movie?
Oh,
No, in the equipment part. We're in the
You
equipment.
need a computer to edit it.
Yeah, but that's post production. Remember, we're trying to capture like this production now, meaning that we're capturing the moment. We're capturing this script right now. So what do we need? We need a camera. We might need a drone. You know what I'm saying? We might need, but all that comes in the camera. The lighting, we need light, and what else? The one more important thing that we need.
Backdrop, the space,
No. That's part of you're gonna see that's part of the equipment and all that stuff. So we're gonna need sound.
Sound.
Sound. I hope my writing is right. You guys can see what I'm doing. But sound. We need to capture the sound. I know there's no dialogue, but you still need to capture. You still need to have a sound. Maybe the foot walking. You know what I'm saying? The back opening. You said that's a thing. So we need camera. So for this thing, what type of camera do we have here? What are we shooting with?
Sony.
Are we shooting with because this is also a camera. The drone is a camera.
Yeah,
It's just a camera that goes up in the air. It's still a camera. So we got this. You know what I'm saying? This is a big camera with a lens on it. You know, we got this small. And let's not forget, there's one more thing. It's like a support, support meaning it could be camera, sound, lighting. Meaning that this camera, I can hold it in my hand, or I can put it on the tripod. You see what I'm saying? That's a support that goes so I can shoot this movie in my hand, just holding the camera like this and just shoot it, or I can put on the tripod and shoot it with. So those are the support. You know, you have the camera support, tripod, you know what I'm saying, could be tripod here. That's the other one. Like a stabilizer. Yeah, stabilizer. So cool. So now we got our stuff. We got the lighting, we got the light stand, we got a stand, sound, we got a boom. You know about boom? Boom mic. This is a boom. Yeah. So you hold like this, get the sound. This is actually the mic. And we're gonna record with that. And then for the lighting, you know, we got a stand, light stand. No bad. We got everything that we need to start shooting. Just like that, we're about to create a movie. And so this, we gotta make sure that we follow this script very well. So now who's gonna play the student? You can't say we said we're gonna play the student.
Girls teach you that.
That's what it means. She's a close-up.
Can I just point out? Okay, so we're just gonna take a quick review real quick, okay? So remember, there's 3 stages of the filmmaking process. Can anyone name them?
Pre-production, production, post-production.
Correct. And so what stage are we in now?
Pre-production. We're in pre-production because we're picking the character, but we're about to be in production.
Right.
Perfect.
Okay, good. So just want to make, and does everyone understand that? Does everyone, any questions?
Any questions so far?
Any questions?
That's a good question. That's what I'm about to do.
What was the question?
Yeah, who's the one filming? That's a good question. Now we're gonna pick who we're gonna film. Remember I was the one in the camera. Some of the thing I was in the camera. I was in the
There has to
film.
be a teacher, you're the teacher. You have to have somebody else to do that.
That means somebody's gonna. When I'm in the film, somebody has to do it. But I'm usually the one shooting. But since I was in the film, some of the first the first thing I was actually in there, so I had to have somebody film it. So that's part of the crew, you know, and that's the thing that's come from, you know, we gotta find a crew, you know what I'm saying, equipment, and then we got another one to call crew. Yeah, now we're gonna form our crew now, you know what I'm saying, before we go on production. So who's gonna be the one holding the camera? We're gonna find a cameraman.
Who's gonna be who's gonna be part of the crew? So who's gonna
A
be?
cameraman or camerawoman, it doesn't matter.
Where's the director producer?
We're gonna get there, we're gonna get there. So you wanna be the cameraman? Okay, you wanna be the cameraman. What's your name? Maji.
Maji.
Like that?
No. Maji.
Naji?
Marjan?
Not a J, a G. No, opposite. Yeah. That's right. You got it right.
Good, I got it right? Yeah, I wanna make sure I don't mess up nobody's name, okay? But, okay, the cameraman. So now, who the sound person?
I am.
Okay, the sound. You're gonna be behind the scenes, you can be the sound. Who's gonna be the sound? I didn't wanna be the sound? I'm gonna have you be the sound. What's your name? Gracie? Sorry if I mess up the name, please. Why?
IE.
Sorry, that came up my hand. Oh, cool. Okay, now we're gonna be the light. We're gonna hold the light. Who's gonna be the light person? What's your name? Lovetta?
Lavelle. LAVA.
Light. LAVH.
VAEH. Yes.
Okay, cool. So who's gonna be now? The sound, cameraman, lighting. Okay, cool. Now who's gonna be? You know, the crew can be very, very big, but we're gonna limit ourselves. Who's directing this? Who's gonna be a director? We want to be a director. Well, that means that.
And I'm the producer.
Okay, you're the producer. Okay, you're the executive producer. You're the.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many type of producer. You know, the producer that are responsible to get the location and make sure everything is right. Everything. There's producer, the executive producer who just like spend the money. So you're just gonna be the what type of producer? Just the producer that oversee the thing. Okay, cool. So now you're the director, right? Okay, what's your name?
Kamaya. KENIAH.
Oh, cool. So you're the producer. What's your name?
DA.
Yeah, okay.
YA. NNA.
N-A.
NNA.
N-N.
DAYANNA.
N-A-A.
Go.
And again. Okay, cool. Wow. That's good. Okay, cool. So now, yes.
Does post-production mean like the editing where you edit the video and then
Yes. Yeah, post-production means the editing part. The editing part. So, now we're gonna get the production part. So now we're gonna produce a movie. Means that, who's okay, we start with the character. Who's the character? Who's the student? Who's the student? Who played the student? Do you find out who played the student? No, he's my behind. You're supposed to be filming.
Yeah, but my storage.
Storage? Let me delete some of the photos.
Who's the extra? Who's the extra? She whining. That's supposed to be a boy. Oh, is she? Oh, I thought it was someone else. You gotta be a boy.
That'd be a boy.
Oh, that's okay.
No. You don't need to be in a thing. Want to be a student? No? Want to be a student? Okay, want a student here? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So, we can, it doesn't matter. So we're going to pick a girl as a student, since there is more girls and more boys. We're going to change. So we're making this stuff.
Have her do it.
So we're going to do it? Want to be the student? Come be the, yeah, we're going to change it to her.
Okay, what's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Sanaya.
Okay. How you spell that? Okay, cool. So everybody that's in the making of the extra now. Everybody else is extra. Yeah. So this one, remember we focusing on the student walking up in the room, sit down, open the book, realizing there's a toy instead of notebook. So now, there's no teacher here involved or none of this stuff, but we can show the teacher or we cannot. So now we're gonna, before we actually shoot this, and these are the things that it get deep in pre-production. Sometimes you have to create your shot, meaning that your shot list, your diagrams, meaning that that's why producer comes before the day of the shoot with the director. What's the producer and director? Okay, come, producer and director, come.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. As a producer and director. Okay, cool. So you usually come here with the producer the day of the shoot, or maybe like a month more before, and so okay, cool, we're gonna shoot here tomorrow. So as a director, you're like, okay, I want when I see the keys, for example, the student walk up in a room. So where am I gonna put my camera?
Are you talking to me too?
No, because you're the one bringing the director, on set to show them this is what you find, you know what I'm saying? So this is class that you find. So now the script say the student walk in a room. So how you gonna frame? Where you gonna put the camera? Where the camera gonna be to show the student walking in a room? You want a student? Who played the student? Okay, student. Yeah, it's your turn. Yeah.
Sanaya.
Sanaya, my friend.
Sanaya's a student.
Yes, Sanaya. If I mess up, then so this is you the student. You're gonna walk up in a room. So you as a director, this is a thing that before you work with the cameraman, this is the type of shot that you practice, and then show. This is a production thing that we're doing.
Yes.
So how many shots do you want to do that? Well, so if you break down these shots, meaning that the shot list, right? So you want to get a shot of the student walking in. So where do you want the camera? You want to get from the student coming towards the camera. So the camera has to be the cameraman. Who's the cameraman?
I'm the camera woman.
The camera woman. Okay, cool. Camera woman. Okay, come over here. And then camera woman, Magic. I'm sorry, I'm bad with this. Magic. Okay. Okay, Magic. So you the cameraman, so you're gonna get a shot of the student coming from this angle. Whatever the angle does, she needs to get the shot from.
No. Yeah, that's right. Hi.
So if the student comes in, she get this shot, right? And then where the student gonna sit? For example, let's say the student sit over there. Who's the student?
The student's in the hallway.
Okay, we're in the hallway. So when as she walk in, director, she walked in, and then she turned and sit over there. So as a cameraman, you record her coming in, and then what a pan, you gotta turn your camera, okay? Make sure you turn into where she wanna follow her, right? Cool, so that was it. So now, that's that. Sit down now, open the box. So how you gonna shoot the open box part?
Close up in the bag. Yeah, we'll do a close up.
Close up?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
Opening the-
Yes. And usually for filmmaking purpose, usually do like a different shot, meaning they can shoot the same thing twice. Meaning that there's something called wide shots. Close up, like she said. It's like medium shot too. So the wide shot meaning that different lens that different type of what it does. So for example, this lens can go up. You see, can go up and down. That means I can get closer or you can get wider. So for example, for this thing, I want to do a wide shot, meaning that I want on my camera, I want everything to be there. I don't want to focus on nobody, just the student, and just go like this and follow the student to sit down. That's a wide shot. You see what I'm saying? And then I want to do the same shot, but I want to close it in to the student to have a little bit more, to focus a little bit more on the student as she walked in and sit down. You see, those are the two shots, the wide shot, the close up. And then what you were talking about, realizing, oh, she made a mistake, she grabbed the thing. So that's when that reaction, you want to be a close reaction, to have more feelings to it. You know, when she open the bag, you want that close in to open the bag, but you still want that wide shot to have different angles. Does everybody get that?
Yeah.
If you don't understand, please let me know. So we're doing the wide shot, meaning that we're filming everybody in the shot, meaning that everybody gonna be on the camera as the student walked in. Those who are actually here, but because we can't pay the camera to get all the room, so we just focus on the student as she walked in, and the camera gonna stop here. So everybody that extra here gonna be on the camera. That's a wide shot. So the medium shot means that we're gonna focus on the student walking in, but it's gonna be pretty much on her. And you guys in the background gonna be a little bit like blurry because we're focusing on the student. To have a little more, to know what the character that we're playing. And then we,
So
go
does
ahead.
everybody know what they're doing? Everybody know what their role is?
Everybody know? Okay, anybody, who is the live person? Who is
Lavea.
Lavea, who's Lavea? Okay, yeah, come in. And then as a crew member, you have to make sure that your equipment is ready. Who's Gracie? Okay, come on. What time is it? To make sure that we was on schedule.
It's 10:43. 10:43.
10:42. Cool. We're gonna make this movie real quick. So now who's the light? Lavia. Who's Lavia? Okay, we're gonna make sure this is your light. No, this is an LED light, and it doesn't get hot as you turn it on. And you want to light up your scene. You're the light person. You know what you do? You light it up here, and before you turn, usually when you did on set, yeah, those are like bigger than this. So if you don't let people know that you're about to turn the light on, you can blind somebody. So you gotta let people know, like about to turn the light on, because some lights are very, very bright. This somebody, if you turn it on with somebody like this, the eye, so you want to turn it away and make sure that the okay, cool. So now, you see your lighting? So the light is good for the camera, it's good for to light up your person. But if you were outside, you don't want, sometimes outside you still need lights, but here we don't really, sometimes outside don't need light, but it's good to still have it, just in case. So you're the light person. So now, by the light person being here, you gotta make sure as a director, as a cameraman, you're the director, you gotta let your cameraman know that I want this shot, but I don't want the light on the shot, because you don't want this light on. So you have to move this according to how you want to film. Everybody get that?
Yes.
That means if I put a light here, and then the student has to come here and move it, the light is on the way. You see what I'm saying? So I can put the light over here.
But you can see it in the reflection.
But if you see the reflection, that means that you have to move it until you don't see it. Or that means that you either have to put on top in the air. That means that you're gonna require more equipment for that. That means that if you have more money to buy more equipment for, but if you don't, if you just have this, right? So if you see the reflection, you see it on in the air, in the reflection. Okay, cool. So as a director, when you tell your cameraman, I want a wide shot first. Or you might tell the cameraman, I want a close-up shot first, depending on how you feel as a director. So you're the one telling the cameraman how to frame the shot. So when the cameraman frame the shot, he calls you, the cameraman calls you to be okay, cool, look at this shot. You're like, oh, okay, you look good, make sure the light is not on the way, make sure the microphone is on the way. So we got the light, so we come here by your, the light. So who's the sound person? Gracie. Okay, cool. So we're gonna set up your sound real quick. So this is this is a boom mic. Set it up real fast. Okay, to get the sound going, you know, this is a shotgun mic. This is good for movies. I shot a couple movies with this mic actually. I shot a movie, I shot a sitcom with this. You know, it's pretty easy to use. No, we're not gonna go too much into details, but here is sound. You're gonna stay right there. And this is a recording because you need to record the sound. We're gonna make a quick movie. It's gonna be quick and then it's gonna be fast. We're gonna be we're gonna edit it fast because it's not that. It's just like 4 shots. The student coming in, realizing, and then bang, everybody laughing. So we're gonna set up your sound. So this is your sound. This is a mic. So this one is for when it's windy and you don't want extra noise. For example, I don't know if you can hear the AC. Yeah, sometimes you can, if you're not careful, that's gonna be on your video. So, and then this is a recorder. So sorry, this recorder will be busted, but this is a recorder actually, because you have to record sound. So put it here, turn it on. Don't have time to go too much to specific or all this equipment, but I'm just gonna set it up so that you guys can get it real quick. So now, you see how, you say something? Yeah, but you gotta make sure that it's enough to, because the mic not gonna be closer. So you see it's coming out right. So you can adjust the volume as it goes. And now we're gonna mount this, I'm gonna mount this real quick here. I'll hold this for me. Yeah. Open me the, open me the,
Yeah.
First of all, I I'm calling what was doing, so. This is action. I'm in charge. You're the ones. No, I said action. I said like, I'm the director.
So that's your mic. So you gotta hold it. You gotta, is there something wrong with you?
You don't get a director chair.
Cool, yeah.
You don't.
Because
Yeah,
you
just
hold
stand
it.
there.
Yeah, hold it.
Exactly.
Yeah, hold it like that. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. So this the recorder. Usually there's a screen that you put on to hold it, and there's a headphone to listen to it. But just for the sake of this, to make it fast, you're just gonna record. You know, so we got the sound is ready, we got the light is ready, the cameraman is ready, camerawoman is ready, we got a director, we got a producer. What else do we need? Oh, props. Okay, cool. Where's the backpack that I had earlier? Cool, right there. So we got a backpack. There's a toy. See what I'm saying? So now we're gonna. So we got the cameraman. So that's it then. Who was the student? That's a student. That's a student over there. Okay, this is a backpack. You gotta make sure that your prop is in there. So you as a camera person, right?
Exactly.
You're gonna use your other lens.
Oh, yeah,
You can use
walk on the
this
side of the road and laugh.
So as the sound person, you gotta make sure that you see this reflection. Do you see anybody else beside? So this is a wide shot at the beginning, right? This is a wide shot. So everybody else, so as a director, as a producer, you gotta be behind the scene over here, so you gotta don't be in the shot. And everybody else gotta be the extra. All the extra gotta be surrounded by the student gonna come and sit over here. So I want everybody kind of next to where the seat is gonna be, where the student gonna be. Because if you're over there, you're not gonna be in the video. You see what I'm saying? Remember, everything stop over here so you guys come over, you guys can be in the back, but don't be over there. You guys can be in the back.
Hey, since I'm producer.
Does that make sense?
And that's actually the job of the producer, right?
Yes.
That.
Yeah, director, you tell them,
That's your job.
the extra. Yeah, producer, go ahead.
Producer, I need everybody to get straight in the middle. I'm the director, so y'all gotta save a seat for her in the middle somewhere. Okay.
Yeah, I want you guys to sit, everybody like sit, you can sit in the back, but don't sit in the, don't sit over there, that's the limit.
So you can sit beside.
Yeah. Everybody moves. Oh, you're not gonna be in the scene, you're gonna be in the extra. Yeah, come sit, go sit over there in the back beside. Go ahead. Okay, cool, we gotta shoot this. You can
I love you guys, yes, great. Okay, sit in the back. Sit next to her. Yes, sit next to her, it's great. Back row. Sit next to Daniel. And then, you want the blue shirt? Okay, go in the back row. Just sit right there.
Okay, good. So, as you frame your shot, as was the cameraman, director and cameraman, you guys are very, very close. That's camera woman, you guys gotta be very close. So frame your shot and tell the director, look at my shot, how does it look? Okay, make sure that,
Get back in here. You're not the director, move back.
she can have a thing, sis. So you guys gotta make sure you are the sound person. You gotta make sure you like this. You gotta be on top of so you don't be like in front of the camera. So you gotta be like this. You gotta come a little bit closer. Yeah. You gotta make sure that you're recording at the same time. Cool.
Make sure, yeah, stretch your arm.
Make sure to express.
Okay, y'all ready?
You gotta be strong when you.
Yeah.
Wait, where's the recording? Hold on.
Did you make sure you're, on point? Make sure you're extra.
No, you did not.
Make sure your extra is like, get them, pumped up.
Are you guys ready, guys? Are you excited, guys?
No.
Are you, you're not.
You gotta make sure the laugh is authentic.
Okay. You gotta make sure you move out of the scene, okay?
1, 2, 3, action.
Sound?
Wait, do the extras know what to do?
Do you guys know what to do? When she opens the bag, that's when you laugh, okay? Not before, not after, but when she opens the bag and looks at the camera. Ha ha ha. Okay? Do you guys get that?
Yeah.
Okay. Romanos!
Make sure to express it too.
Oh, 1 second.
Quiet.
Quiet on set. Quiet on set!
1 second.
Ooh, I messed something up. Nope. Never
I'm
mind.
gonna make sure the sound is recorded.
I need
too.
to fix it.
Huh?
She doesn't know.
When I say action, go.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure.
How about the director go out there and tell her action?
Dude, no, it's the producer.
Or somebody go tell her action. The director. We don't need a producer. Quiet on set.
Hold on 1 second. Let me quiet on set, guys. Yeah.
Go sit down. It's so hard. Go do something. Go get your chair.
Okay, y'all ready? We're about to start shooting, okay? Camera woman, you ready?
Yeah. Director.
Sound ready? You gotta say action.
Action.
But what she did with the camera,
Phones on set.
what she did with the camera, she actually follow her character with the camera. You can do that, but to do that better, you need to make sure you have something that stabilize. That's where the stabilizer come in handy. No, we don't have to try. That's what I'm saying. You can handheld, but to handheld, you have to be in a position where you don't have to move. Meaning that you could be over here.
That's what she
And just do
You
it.
know, does it? Okay, does she have to like the toy
Okay,
out?
this is the beginning.
Yeah, like that.
Okay,
Okay,
this
don't
is-
stop.
Yeah,
No, you can move this around. That's what you want to do.
And which the,
So that was
takes the
take
toy
one.
out.
You gotta sit, take one. You gotta sit in.
So who says that? The producer says take one or?
You're
That-
representing.
Alright, say take one, Kamaya.
Take one. Alright, when she pulls out the toy, y'all gotta laugh. Y'all can't look dead.
Diana.
Dead.
Diana.
Okay, that means that
Producer don't do that.
everybody move a little bit back a little bit.
Producer has the money.
So just tell her where she's gonna be sitting at. Where she's gonna be sitting at.
The chair that's already on.
Okay, that means that you gotta come back a little bit. Because what I want you to do is like, you see, you gotta put one hand, one foot like this, sit like this, go the camera like this. I should move, just move like this.
Somebody could tell me that the first time.
You see what I'm saying? Because you don't have the tripod, you don't have the stabilizer to move the camera. So what you gotta do, just your motion, your hand moving like this. Bang, you see, you got it right there. Moving back. You see what I'm saying? So that means that the light person there to come back a little bit more. Come out.
You gotta move back on.
Come out a little bit more.
Alright, make sure y'all ain't dead in the face.
Know what I
Alright.
was saying? Like, do practice a
That was
little
bad.
bit. Yeah, right there.
That's
See what I'm saying? That's better.
That's
huh?
nice right there.
Okay, cool. Make sure that it's more in your hand and stuff. Yeah.
I don't want to do
No, you good, Sean. I'm saying you good. Yeah, cool. So you got it? Okay. Remember when you put like this? Yeah, now you can move. You see, look, move like that. You see, you can move like that. It's better, huh? So cool. So, everybody ready?
Yeah.
Camera, you got your friend? Call your director and tell her that, look at my friend, to make sure that that's what the director wants.
Look at your shots.
Higher, if you don't get.
Good. Sound, we do the sound, light, and then
Action! Action!
That was good. That was a wild shot.
I don't know about that.
That was cool. Was that cool?
Yeah.
As a director, you can say, let's shoot again.
Yeah.
No, I think that was okay, but we could do better, guys.
You gotta do better. Okay, let's do it again.
You're not watching it.
Yeah, look. Oh,
Come on,
good.
let's go for the director.
We second direction. Stop. Do the direction.
Oh, wait.
She's not doing her job.
Let her do her job. You paid for this.
I know, but I have to make sure it's
Let
right.
her
Don't try to
Hey, let me do the thing. You're now as a director, you already set up your stuff. Now
The
as a
last thing was
director.
work, and I'm good.
So, camera woman, come back here. Remember same position? Remember same position? I want you to be like, look, where's you gonna sit at? I want you to be exactly where she's going. Over here, come back a little bit because you're gonna move. I don't want you to move.
But the camera, the lights in my shop.
You gotta move something you can zoom in a little bit.
I like the little shop.
Everybody sound ready?
We want to make it work for a while.
Your shot, frame, director, she good with the frame. So we're gonna do it. Sound working, action. That was a zombie laugh. Okay, we're doing now. We're gonna do a close up. We're gonna do a little bit more close because we gotta run out of time. We're running out of time. We're gonna do a close up. We're gonna zoom in a little bit better.
The lighting time, as she's coming in, the lighting time.
The perfect thing would be to have another light here. If you see the light here, you're gonna see the shadow. Yeah,
What
so.
about that light?
Yeah, but for the sake of what we're doing right now, the time and all that stuff, we're just showing you guys like the basics of what we're gonna need like. But as the shot get more complicated, because usually like when we shoot this, usually like one shot coming in and then we stop and then turn it around, get another shot, or you can do continuously. It doesn't matter. But just for the sake of it, and sometimes a room, one of the room could be dark, one spot where we only need one light for one spot, and then the other one is light up. Because it seems like over there there's no more light, but here there's more light. That's why we didn't light up here that much. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, you're supposed to be, just depending on what type of director you are, you can do everything one take, or you can do cut. Okay? So we already got the first shot. Now we're gonna do the close up. So now you're gonna zoom in a little bit. You have to come out of the shot.
Yeah, I'm the videos kind of like.
Yeah. So zoom in with this right here. Yeah, cool. Then gotta make sure that okay, that's cool. So when you get it, okay, everybody cool? Sound? All right, cool.
Dad,
Yeah, hold on. What?
is he gonna take the backpack?
Yeah, hold on. Okay, action. Okay, cut. Now we're gonna do this part only. We're gonna do this part where you open the backpack and then. So we're gonna for the camera, you're gonna bring the light maybe closer, and the sound a little bit closer. So for here, you're gonna You're gonna zoom in, you're gonna go from the backpack, opening the backpack, and then get her face, her reaction. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, everybody good? Sound? All right, light? Okay, cool. Director, is the film good? All right, cool.
Action.
So now we can do one shot where everybody laugh. This is gonna be the one shot, everybody just laugh. You laugh, everybody just laugh,
Okay,
okay?
and then after that, after that, you're gonna zoom back out. Then you guys know.
If it was like, if this was like a thing, we have more, we need more professional, but we're just doing something for the sake of showing you guys the process of the filmmaking work, okay? All right, so we're about to do this shot. I just want everybody to laugh in the background, okay? So, get the shot again a little bit, medium shot, director, so you can see a little bit people on there. And when you shoot it, right there.
Am
No, this is a one shot. No,
Am I staying?
just then. Kind of open up a little bit more, zoom out a little bit more, so you can see more students.
That's his zoom.
Okay, that's fine, that's
You're cutting
fine.
out two people back there, so they would scoot closer, because you can't see them. You two here. No, not them. Which one? Don't do them.
But that's why you don't have to have everybody. Remember we tell everybody.
But you
told
guys
everybody
still have to
come
laugh
closer.
because you're not in the
Yeah,
shot.
just laugh, yeah. Okay, if we can lower maybe to the end, like closer to the, it doesn't look like, but if we have more time, this will be on the tripod, this will be more setup, more lighting, because we're just doing it for just to create this movie, okay? So, and that's another thing, always make sure that everybody as extra, you do the same thing that you did every time. Meaning that if you shoot this scene and then you see it just went out, if we choose another angle and it's not in the shot, you'll be like, oh, where you at? You see what I'm saying? So you always gotta make sure even the extra are very important to the scene. So if you were standing, make sure you're still standing when we do the same thing again. If you were sitting down, if you were leaning, make sure you're still doing the same thing because this is the same thing that we're doing over and over again. We're just gonna get different angles. Does that make sense? All right, cool. So,
Where am I supposed to start? Like, action.
open the bag.
Hey!
Now put the director, where's she supposed to start?
Oh yeah, we're doing the right shot where you go like, when you realize you brought your phone, so put it back in the bag. No. Yeah, put
Have it like
yeah,
that.
put it back in the bag. Put it back in your bag. Zip it. Just leave it like that. It's cool. Alright, action.
Hold on, the sound? Sound, okay. Sound is good.
Are you good?
Yeah, I just recorded, I'm recording
Good,
it.
bro? Alright. Everyone good?
Yeah.
Alright, action.
Okay, good. So we're good, right? That was the end of the thing. So now what we're gonna do for the sake of time, you know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for guys, for the thing. We're gonna do the post-production, we're gonna edit this video. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Whoever edited a video before? Okay, good. So what do you use to edit with? What program?
Premiere Pro?
Great, that's what I use. Perfect. Great. So who else have edited a video before? You know now you can edit on your phone too.
Yeah.
This edit video on this phone before. Who else can edit videos? Okay, yeah, you can edit videos. So we're gonna do the process. Just for this just 1 second. Alright, cool. You guys can you guys can sit down. We're gonna go to the editing part.
Right on there?
Yeah. Meaning that for the editing part, usually the cameraman usually have an editor. You know, the editor usually work on post-production. That's the editor's job to take what was captured and
Is it
So now the editor, what the editor does, the editor is a post-production. It is a sound editor, there's a video editor, and a graphic is a bunch of, like, there's a lot of, now we're gonna do the video editing part. The sound editing, we're gonna, that's another part of the thing, meaning that, have you ever seen like a same movie, for example, like Fast and Furious, they're about to play that movie around the world. You see what I'm saying? That means that if somebody's in China, they don't understand English, how are they gonna know? That means that either subtitle or somebody has to translate. And that's usually the sound editor, what it does, it mute the original sound and it get the translation from the actors, from the other people that did the translation, and then just add that to the video. That's the sound produce, that's the sound editing. So, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus more on the video part. That means that we're gonna create this, what we just shot. And usually what the editor requires from the cameraman is to get the SD card. We get the SD card. Like I said earlier, depending on your budget, you can either shoot with your phone. That's why I was telling like young, because you guys see young, maybe you guys cannot afford a camera like this. You can actually do this with your phone. You don't have to have a camera like this, sophisticated camera. Depending on your budget, I don't want nobody to be limited because they don't have a camera, they don't have, you can actually shoot all this in your phone and edit from your phone. You don't even need a computer. That's what it does. His tutorials on the Academy page. If you want to learn more about phone editing, you go to the Academy page and get that. But for the, just for the sake of this time, we're gonna create this stuff with a. We're gonna create this film. So this is an editing program. It's called Premiere Pro. What's your name again? Yes, your name. Emmanuel? Daniel? Okay, great. Daniel, did you understand a little bit? Did you get the picture of what we were doing? Did you get it? I know we were supposed to have somebody to translate it in Spanish, but they didn't make it. But at least, do you understand at least what we're doing? Great. And you already know Premiere Pro, that's perfect. So, and now, so this is actually Premiere Pro. I will not go through all the details because we don't have too much time, but at least this is the editing program. Now that we capture our film, what we just did, now we need to put it together so it makes sense. Okay? So, and now I'm gonna play the role of the editor. Initially it was supposed to be like you guys do actually do the editing bit, but because we got so much, we got move around a lot earlier, we don't have time for that. So I'm gonna kind of be the editor for now, just to kind of like rush through the process, but I want you, this is just the beginning, you know, we're gonna have more workshop and more stuff. So this is just to show you guys a little bit of the feel of how it is usually in post-production. So usually for me, I have to go in there and create a new project. I name it like a Vadofilms Academy. Okay, then when I'm done, I'm going to new sequence. Okay, right there. Now, I'm going to import a film that we shot earlier. So I'm putting all the films that we shot in my program, my editing program. I had to move that program a little bit. So that's all the films that we had. Now I'm gonna put all this film in my timeline. Look at the timeline right here. Meaning that this way I'm gonna be editing my movie. And then everything will appear over here. You know, so this is like
Make sure you're
okay. Pay attention to this.
Wait, do the extras know what to do?
No. When she opens the bag, before, and after, when she opens
So these are the footage that we don't need. We can delete this footage. We're only gonna use the footage that we need. That be the camera. You guys some
Quiet on set.
So this is the first shot. No blurry. No. We'll do one. That's what you actually follow the. You see what I'm saying? To follow something, you gotta make sure that the camera is very steady. This is not steady. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that sometimes it depends on, as a director you can do whatever you want. But sometimes you have to make sure it still plays into the eye. People can see, you know what you see that it looks good. You see what I'm saying? So we did that one, okay.
The last wasn't even good on that one
So
I didn't know what to do after. I didn't know what to do.
is a better shot, right? So this is a little bit closer.
I get a secret. That's the,
So we're gonna mix those two shots. Actually, we're gonna mix those two shots. You know what I'm saying? Because everything we have to come up with one films, but we have like two different shots. Okay, cool. So that's a close up. Okay. I like when you see how you went with the camera. That's a good one. You know what I'm saying? So. That's everybody laughing. You see? So we're gonna start the first one. And so remember, you can as part of editing, you know, I wish I would have more time to go a little bit closer, deeper into the editing part, but you have to cut your shot, meaning that the part you don't want, you can cut that off. You don't have to start. It's not back in the days where you have a camcorder where you don't have. You could not. Now there's digital. You can start in the middle. You can start at the end. You can cut it how you want. So now we're gonna choose the shot that we actually want where we want to start. Okay. So you want to get her maybe from here where she's about to open the door. And then remember, this is a wide shot. So if, for example, like let's color this thing like maybe a mango. So we know this is a wide shot. This is like a medium shot. It's pretty much the same shot, right? So we have to choose between that shot and this shot. Which one? Let me know which one to choose. Okay? This one or the one that's about to come. So we got this one, this shot right here. So this one is better, right? Okay, cool. So we're gonna use this shot. We're gonna use this case right here. So we're gonna color that shot. That one is still out. And then this one is a close up. Yeah, we might have about those two shots. So for example, I want her to come here in the wide shot, bang, and then she walks over there. I want to cut this part out. I want to come here and look at this one. Bang, I can move this one in there. Meaning that if I move this shot over here, so we go from her here to here. You see what I'm saying? But we gotta make sure like kind of like her footstep matches, so everything kind of it look like the same thing. So now this is part of the editor where it take a little bit more time. I have to make sure that it's actually just make it a left foot or right foot. When you cut the other angle, it's the right foot that goes, or it's gonna look weird. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna look just somebody kind of walk. Okay? So as you move, bang, this is the right foot, right? That's the right foot, but the problem is like she's closer to the, so we gotta make sure that she's a little bit further in. You see right there. Oh. So if you go like this, you see a little bit kind of like.
That looks better.
That looks better, right?
Yeah.
Yes, smoother, right? Okay, cool. So, maybe you see. Let me know how you feel about this shot. Better? Or should we move forward? You gotta let me know. Like we all working together. We all think that what's pleasant to the eye too for this one. Do you feel like I cut a little bit too soon? Or do you feel like I should move and go to the close up?
No, I think it's
No, I'm saying, from where I cut the angle, for example, here, do you feel like I should cut, I should move, because this is a wide shot, this is a medium shot. Do you feel like I should let her go in a little bit more on the wide shot and then go into the close-up? And then go to the close-up? Okay, good. She got you. See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about the extra, right? If you do the same thing, you gotta make sure you do the same thing when you change to the angle, because one angle was drinking the water, the other one wasn't. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta make sure that. Yeah, you gotta make sure that when it's like a real on set, every move gotta be the same. But this is just for the second one. I just want to let you know that even though you might see him drinking or not drinking, but in a real setting, everything, if we're doing this, you gotta keep doing this every time you say action. You gotta keep doing this and doing this. If you're doing this and then next time you do like this, it's gonna look beautiful. See what I'm saying? So we got that shot.
I forgot who that is.
I don't know. It's hard. Yeah, she like, bro. She's short. Always had braids.
Dang.
Wait till she passed it with cut out.
Pass him, okay, cool. Like that? Yeah?
No, second one.
On the second one?
Yeah, passed out when he's drinking the water.
Yeah, wait till she hit like.
I think the cut was cool. Yeah.
Cut it right there?
She said more than you.
And then move this one?
Just sit there and not red.
Not too far?
Yeah. The producer can do that. Yeah, just like right here.
Okay, now, she's unwrapping her bag.
What?
And then bag, you wanna go to the close-up?
Yeah, look.
You wanna follow the close-up?
The last shot that we did when I was done.
Oh, sorry.
And then,
Yeah, right there?
yeah, that.
How's your day?
Okay. So this one comes, everybody paying attention?
I'm Diana.
Everybody paying attention to what we're doing?
Yes.
We're cool. Bang, and then,
But it needs to be like smoother because it's like a huge blade.
That's what you got.
Oh, that was that transition.
That was
Do the work on the sound, you can actually hear the zipper.
I like what Brian.
So who's gonna write it? Who's gonna write the
you see what, you see the,
The script.
I know, but there's no script. Nobody's.
okay. Okay, look at the sequence, everybody look at the sequence. She walks in, bang, she put it down, she goes. Bang, close up.
And then we need the shower.
Everybody, the water shot, right? That makes sense. Do you guys see how everything coming along?
You're cut. You're
She was holding it in two different hands.
Yeah, you see, we gotta pay attention to that. Remember I was telling you? You have to pay attention to that. If you have a great movie, everything that'll make this everything gotta be the same. You see what I'm saying? That means that for us not to have a good movie, that means that some scene we're not gonna use because it won't match. That means that either we have to reshoot it or we just have to use the other scene. You only have to use the other angle. One angle. You don't have to go to the wide shot. Does that make sense? Because you're holding the other hand, you don't want to have a bad movie or why should you might not have that shot, just have one shot that all the way. Does that make sense? So instead of having one shot, one hand, and then another shot, one hand, rather have one shot where you only have one hand. So you don't have to switch. So we don't have to use this one because she's using another hand. So that's the thing that the editor, the director have to make those decision in the editing room. That means, okay, oh, that was a good shot, but she was holding the other hand. For me to have this crew again, to reshoot again, gonna take another time, gonna take another money, gonna take all this too much. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna use this shot, I'm just gonna move this shot up. You see what I'm saying? No matter what we're looking for, it is better than hand switch. Unless you don't care about how your hand moves. You see what I'm saying? But you still want to make the great move. Yes?
So I was gonna say that,
So we didn't have the crowd reaction. So what we can do, we can either shoot that crowd reaction, or we can just leave it like that. Because, yeah, we're gonna add the sound. Actually, there's big sound, but right now, remember, like usually like those editors, the video editors, they edit the thing, but remember you have to take the sound out to replace the sound. Sometimes we have to. Sometimes those sounds that we use on set, sometimes the sound that we use is artificial sound. Have you ever seen like a sound room where they can to symbolize somebody walking, they can use two. You see what I'm saying? They can make two sound like this. You know what I'm saying? When you walk, you look like you walk. You see what I'm saying? They do that in post production. That's the sound engineer and sound editor do. Yes. So what we do, we create this movie and then send it to them. They create a sound. For the sake of our time, for the sake of like everyone, just create a movie. Huh?
So we would do this movie, it wouldn't have no sound on it?
No, they have sound, but they will have
They don't have more sound.
the have more sound they have like because what is the sound? Usually, for example, you can add music to the sound, meaning that, for example, you could be like dun dun. It could be like a funny sound. You can have funny sound, and you can have some audio sound from the crowd. For example, if you go to YouTube and you can find some audio sound. Okay, I hope you know almost done. I hope it's pretty much been done. It's gonna add a little bit sound, but this how the movie gonna maybe like we add like a fade out at the end. bang, bang. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. I think that's we're gonna add a sound now.
Did you all see that close up, how close that was?
For example, this is a sound. Can you get this? Look. Let's pay attention. Pay attention to the sound. Can you hear that?
Yeah, but she's on carpet, not on.
No, I'm saying like you can use this sound. You can use extra sound, for example, to make it like to boost your sound. And then you got to make sure that the sound matches the step. You know what I'm saying? That's why they have the sound loud way. It's just like I've been looking at the video, for example, like and looking at the video here. You might be like, you watch your feet moving, the tap, whatever make the sound. You know what I'm saying? Don't put it. Well, every time you step up, you make the sound, make the sound, make the sound. You open the bag, you open the microphone, you put it there. You see what I'm saying? You can add more sound to it and make it like more, when there's no, more content, a better sound. But just for the sake of this, you know, we can add the music to it. Let's try to add the music to it real quick. For example,
We need a credit for your life.
yeah, we can put a clip. Yeah, we can put a.
We need careful not to start on there. Well, with one person, we can like not put on the credit roll.
You gonna take some money off the credit roll?
Yeah.
You don't wanna be put on?
What's your name? You have your mic start.
It's just some basic sound just added. You know, like this. We are more than add more like the more sound that fit the moment. But yeah, the music a little bit in the background.
Yep. I love it.
That's the sound that we're adding. The music. I can turn it up to like this. I didn't want to.
Hey guys.
I'm not even gonna send this video to Beverly. This video so good to know you sent to Beverly.
So you see,
Okay, we're gonna add the credit.
to produce that, look how much that took them. Look how, yeah.
Yeah, we need a credit bill at the end.
So who's
Make sure my name is right there.
Right there.
The producer comes first, dude. The producer, no, I don't know. That's it. All I ask is to go there. Why do you want to
what's the director name again?
you want to be the producer?
What's the name again?
Peggy.
Kamaya. Okay, Kamaya, yeah,
don't need that.
Pretty sure.
I don't need no. Yeah, producer. I can't get it.
Diana?
Who's the cameraman?
Woman. Yeah, put it on there. Magiana. F-A-J. F-A-J-I-E-A-H-N-A.
Huh?
A-H-N-A.
Is that that?
Yeah.
Who was the song?
That was Grace.
Oh, wait.
Who did lights?
Just for the sake of time, we're doing this thing, but usually like more. There's a rule go first, rule last, all that stuff. Who was the right person again?
Me. Was there? How was everybody? Oh, please. Student, what's your name? Sanaya. Don't forget to do it.
Okay, hold on, we gotta get,
You weren't even laughing. You were on your phone. It's hard to make it up.
Okay, so, usually,
Yeah, usually, we don't put all the, if there's too many extra, don't put all the extra, so we can just put extra classroom. You know what I'm saying, but, or we don't have to put everybody's name, we can just put extra classroom, or we can just leave it like that. We'll just leave it
okay,
like
we're
that.
gonna leave it like that, but we're gonna add the extra classroom here. It's S-A-N-I-Y-A.
I got it.
That's it, like that.
And so in Hollywood and Atlanta, on the film set and films, this is your A-list. This is what is called the A-list. Just so you know, like that, those actors are the A-list. And the extras are the extras.
That's how you get started, to be an extra on the set.
Right.
And you get to know people. So it's all networking. So if you wanna be an actress or an actor, start with being an extra, getting to know people.
Exactly.
Maybe somebody liked his deep laugh in the video, so maybe they want him to be a voice actor.
Right. And plus, if you're on the set, I mean, you can't find out what's going on about something if you're not on the set. So being an extra gives you access to the set. So then you can find out what's going on. So as we wrap up, it's 11:45 now, as we wrap up, let's have our director just quickly say what your job was and what you thought about it.
My job as a director was to direct people and to have make sure everything is in order and in place. And it was pretty fun. Besides, I got really interrupted by some people, but it was.
Can we have quiet now and just let the, who we're talking to talk right this moment? Go ahead, director.
It was fun. Besides me being really interrupted by a certain someone, but it was fun, and I appreciate the role. It's all right.
All right. Thank you for your role as a director. What about our producer?
Yes. Right. So what's the question?
Tell us what the role, what your job was and what you
My
thought
role
about it.
was to make sure that the director was doing his job, and to make sure that the little clip came out right. Because if it wasn't perfect, then somebody would have to be fired. Or you would have to redo the whole thing if I didn't like it.
So y'all gonna fire me with my clips?
No, not you.
I'm the cameraman, I'm in charge of the clips.
Not you.
Cool.
You have to fire yourself. Not me.
Or fire her because she approved it.
It was good though, so she was you.
Yeah, it's not.
A-list.
Sorry, my two different hands.
A-list. A-list. That's your fault, you putting it in.
You didn't pay it, that's your fault.
So you know you can be the producer, the director, and the writer all at the same time, right? Like Tyler Perry.
Yeah. Right, so what about our boom operator, our sound person? Who did that? Gracie. Sound right there. Where's Gracie? Okay, Gracie, tell us about that. What's it like to do that job?
What's up, boy? How you doing?
Is there one? Okay, go ahead.
Let's give our attention to Gracie.
What you eating?
Okay. Did you find that holding that broom was kind of challenging? Okay.
No. Pick my
You probably wouldn't want to do it for it. Okay. Yeah, because you have to hold that up. It's behind the scenes. You need, it's gonna be at the scene, but it's behind the scenes. Yeah, okay. What about our light person? Who is our light person?
Okay, there's, now just put the black bars on it just to make it look like the films. You know what I'm saying? We can also like the color correct this to give the color that we want. You know what I'm saying? Premiere Pro have some preset colors already. As you guys get more familiar with this, you're gonna learn more about these colors. Got these creative colors right here. You can choose. You can go here, cinema space, a little bit too dark. You can go here. You can choose here. It depends on what mood. You can make black and white if you want to. You can make this color if you want to. Except for the black and white just to make it like the.
I don't like it. It's always
So we can change this color better.
She has to walk in. That's what
Oh, yeah.
The original design is our lighting person.
So just keep it like this.
I'm gonna need you to watch the
Okay, so that's our film right there.
Okay, that's
Oh, go ahead.
Lavaya, okay, all attention on Lavaya, please. Tell us about the light job. Okay, good. Camerawoman. Tell us about being the camerawoman.
It's really nice. I like that I work with.
Oh, thank you.
Pretty good people.
How was it doing the job?
It was really nice. Gotta make sure you get the angles right, you gotta get the actor's good side.
All right. And our student, our actress. What was it like being an actress?
It was nice. I feel like this is a level and Netflix will call me because I'm just, yeah. But, I was nervous. I don't know why. Well, I was kind of nervous about it. That's not what I did.
All right, you did a great job.
Cool, we're gonna look at a movie and then, we're gonna look at a movie and then it'll be good to, we're gonna take some, pictures here real quick and then it'll be good. So this is actually the movie. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that, we are on Instagram at Vadofilms Academy. We'll put that up here. If you wanna follow us on Vadofilms Academy, and we will put this movie up there on Vadofilms Academy. And we'll have it on Facebook at Vadofilms Academy as well. So if you wanna check us out on Facebook, where else? Vado, any place else?
You're gonna be on
YouTube, Vadofilms Academy. So we'll put that up here so that you can, maybe take a screenshot with your camera, follow, cause, we'll get, so you can share it with your friends. Cause you're in it, and share it with your friends and family.
Okay, this is a movie. And then, at the same time, I created what the movie's all about, put the title on it. You know what I'm saying? What the movie's all about, put the title. You know what I'm saying? Do all the extra stuff. We just did just a quick thing. So basically, just if you look at the script, do you feel like we match all the stuff that we talk about in the script?
Yeah. Yes.
Except maybe we didn't really get the crowd laughing and stuff.
We didn't get the live shot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We didn't get-
Extra producer that was gonna encourage